Yes, guys, welcome back. It's Chasing the Target, and we're reviewing India versus England. The Women's World Cup game. England winning by 11 runs. It was a close game, but in the end, the death overs were the difference between the both the sides. England did really well. Nat Skiver and Amy Jones put on a brilliant partnership and made sure that England went to a match-winning total. Whereas India, I felt they could have chased it towards the end, lost a few too many wickets. But again, I feel the bowling was the problem. What's up, Fez? How are you, man?
I'm good, man. I think I was just disciplined from England. Zabardast bowling and line and length was maintained. Sophie Eccleston, man, this like girl, next level bowling,
She's good,
wicket to
huh? I
wicket. She
wasn't
didn't give any
overhyping her.
runs. Yeah, no, in terms of cricket, she's very good. And yeah, she was phenomenal to watch. But I think it was Nat Scavier's innings that really saved them.
Mm,
Because it was a phenomenal spell from even like Renuka Singh, like fifer she took.
mm.
Went under the radar unfortunately because of the loss. But overall, she bowled completely dominated the English batting. But yeah, Nat Scavier and her partnership with Heather Knight, and then Amy Jones coming and chipping in a 40. I think it showed
Oh,
maturity in this
crazy.
English side.
Match,
And
match defining.
yeah, yeah. Match defining, and also like it just goes to show. I mean, you lose 2 3 wickets, don't lose your head, just play the game.
Mm,
बहुत जबरदस्त है मेरे हिसाब से. I think even from like if you look in the men's cricket also, when you collapse, usually you have a very bad collapse. But the way they held their nerve, and yeah, I think experience always counts, and that this is one of those examples that you need experienced players in your squad, just to sort of hold the fort when such times come, right? So I think credit to England, man. They really deserved it. Bowling तो मैं बहुत ज्यादा शौक हो गया यार, इतनी अच्छी लाइन लेंथ से.
Yeah, Chirag Bhai's in the house. Thank you for joining us. We missed you in the evening session. Jamie, Herman, and Deepthi should have contributed better. I completely agree. They should have. Also, with the ball, I felt, India, like, after getting such a good start, this is not the first time. We saw this in the Pakistan game as well and the West Indies game. After they get to good starts, they leak runs towards the end. And that's exactly what happened again today. So, of course, the batters, which you mentioned, yeah, I agree. Deepthi, especially, I didn't understand that run out. Like, why is she going back on strike? Let Richa stay on strike. She's the striker. She's the one who's going to get you close at least. And that's what happened in the end. But they wasted that delivery. So I agree from the batting point of view. But if you look at the bowling scorecard, Fez, Pooja Vasekar, 12 runs per over. Rajeshwari Gaikwad, she bowled the one over, and she's normally
One
the one who
over.
it's tight, right?
Mm.
And she went 12 runs for in that over as well. I don't know where Sneh Rena, she was there in the stands as a audience. I don't know why she's not in the squad. Like, I think she would have done a good job unless she's injured. I really don't understand why she's not in the squad, because she can get wickets in the middle overs and also restrict over here. The spinners are not being able to have that hold. Even Deepthi got hit a good today again, like the Pakistan game. So spinners not doing the job, and that's costing India, because when you're chasing 140, 150 on slow pitches, you're bound to get into pressure situations and you might end up losing. But when the match is in your hand, that's where you have to, push the pedal to the metal and be very, very shrewd in business. And that's not what they did, especially with the ball.
Yeah,
I
and there
think
were a lot of
one was really good from
overs
India.
that.
I don't think so, because they were 29 for three. When you have
Yeah.
them there, you need to put the pressure. Nat Skiver ko, like, yes, she batted really well. You have to give her credit, but I just feel that this is not the first time. Even the Pakistan game, Aisha Naseem, they let her back in. Her and Bismarck, like, you smashed it towards the end. So it's been a pattern. It's not just this game that I'm pointing out.
Yeah, 100%. And I think the main thing was like 29 for three pair, they were on the back foot. I mean, yes, Nat Scavier, she played a calm innings, a soothing innings. She sort of understood the conditions, took it under her wings. But like from the fielding perspective, I see there were too many gaps that were also open. I think thoda field setting utna great nahi tha. She was able to find the odd boundaries and stuff like that. Whereas in England, if you see the fielding setting, 44 balls, 50 balls तक उन्होंने boundaries नहीं मारे. I think was Smriti or
Yeah.
Richa, one of those who finally sort of broke the code. I think these things, you cannot afford in a World Cup match. And basically वही हो गया ना, 44 balls without a boundary यार, कभी सुना नहीं मैं लाइफ में, वो भी T20 मैच में. That's basically like one third of your game, right, of the match. So like, I mean, very very shocked. But also like, uh,
I
any
think
one
it's
couple with both Mitchell Stark.
I can name you. I can name you, Fez. I don't think you got it yet, but I can name you. They both played today. Nat
Right.
Skiver Brunt and Catherine Skiver Brunt.
One
They're
couple with both partners.
they're both partners. They're both
Oh,
cricketers. Catherine,
yeah, but they're partners.
you know Catherine Brunt, who bowled the last over. Nat Skiver is
The
her
fast
wife.
bowler, right?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. I didn't know that. I thought they were sisters. Sorry, my bad.
No, they're partners. So they're married. They're married. That's why they share
Wait,
the same name.
the New Zealand ones are the Kurt with their sisters,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Those are sisters. Yeah,
Emily and
yeah.
Jessica के था.
Jessica, Kerr, yeah. Those are sisters.
But I yeah, but if I'm going for like Orthodox couple, then I would say Mitchell Stark and his wife.
Mitchell
But yeah,
Stark, yeah, they're also that's another couple. But speaking of those two, like Nat Skiver was sensational with the bat, and she came back well with the ball. But Catherine Brunt actually, um, you know,
give away
um,
runs.
she didn't bowl that well that last over. India had a chance till the end. She bowled a no ball as well, which went for a boundary. So both pressure आ गया था उस पे, and she's the experienced one. You expect her to finish it off. That would be a cause for concern for England. But otherwise, the middle overs, Eccleston, outstanding. And the spinners in general, all of them were on point. What's her name? Not Dean, the other one. She was really good as well. I felt the leg spinner.
Yeah,
If I
Sarah Glynn. Yeah,
Yeah, she was
Sarah
really good
Glynn.
as well.
Yeah,
She
she was
bowled
very
the
good.
line length. You got it. Yeah. I mean,
that
because they got married recently, like a year or two ago. Before they were both in the same team. I knew that, but yeah, then they got married after they had. I remember like they announced it after one of the games. This is the issue with Jemima. She really struggles to hit boundaries in middle overs. Yeah, I guess it's turning out to be an issue, but at that time, she just needed to go for the single double, rotate the strike. You can't play dot balls. Even if you can't hit the boundaries will come. You have a power hitter at the top, you have a power hitter at the bottom, and you have who can also hit boundaries. Her job is to try to just single double, single double. She was getting frustrated, and then she went and played that big shot and got out.
Also, I think that it's that Shefali start that we were seeing and we spoke about in the last episode, that didn't come today, right? So I think वहाँ से भी थोड़ा pressure add हो गया. तो Smriti was hitting,
Mm,
but at under 20, probably 8 runs मारी होने थे, 12-15 run और अगर इस करने से आ जाते तो it would have been a differentiator, right? And you would have won the match potentially. So I think that 20 runs that Shefali really gives, were really like banking on it, or we really require it. So that we can actually get a decent start. And credit to Smriti after coming back from injury, hitting a 50 and stuff. I mean, there's no complaints from that. A lot of positives also to see from this match. Like Renuka Singh, that ball she bowled. Who
right.
was it? What? Was it what, or who was it that she got?
Daniel,
Capsey. Alice Capsey.
uh,
Oh my God, that was a very good disguised ball. And I think, yeah, I mean, they were positive on this, but the fact that we're banking on the opener to give us a start, but then the middle order is basically flopping, like Chirag Bhai mentioned correctly. At the bottom three, the middle three, Jemima, Harmanpreet, and who's the other one I forgot. But
Deepti
yeah,
Sharma.
I mean, Dipti Sharma. Dipti का तो चलो रन आउट हो गया था, but I think
उन्हें रनआउट से पहले भी मिस कर दे रही थी बॉल को. She was not being able to clear the boundary or get the boundary as well. So I understand where you're coming from, but again, मैं यही बोल रहा हूँ, on these kind of pitches you have to first get your bowling discipline right. Like you have to be, especially when you have them by the ropes. Like 29 for 3, you got like big wickets and the run rate is slow as well. Not only did you not get wickets after that, you let the run rate to climb. You allow the run rate to climb, and after you got Nat Skipper's wicket first, they still Amy Jones came and smashed it. Like she was playing scoops
yeah,
and
40.
was hitting it like targeting the short boundaries and absolutely smashed it. So even then, like
Yeah,
those
yeah.
runs.
After she left, Amy Jones and I think it was someone else who added 27 runs, and those 27 runs were like damaging,
Mhm.
right? Because they came towards the end and they came out of nowhere. Eccleston also came in, hit a six and stuff. So things were brewing for England all the while. In the end, India के लिए in the middle they just died. I think the batting just died in the middle. कहीं ना कहीं ऐसा गाड़ी रुक गई चलते चलते. Because when Smriti was there, it was still at least going, but then she went for that big heave and she got out. एंड देन इन द मिडिल ओवर्स खत्म. वहां पे कुछ ना बाउंड्री आया, सिंगल भी बहुत मुश्किल से आ रहा था. बिकॉज यू सी द फील्ड प्लेसमेंट्स मैन, दे वर स्टक. नहीं मालूम है कौन सा गैप कहां से निकालना.
And that's where your bowling should have also capitalized. If you see in the
एग्जैक्टली.
new ball, it's easier to get the boundaries with the fielders in and everything. It's easier to get the boundaries. You did that job where you restricted them and got wickets. And the middle overs is where it becomes harder to get the boundaries. It's harder to rotate the strike, and the pitch is also slower. but they didn't
Hmm.
capitalize on that, and that's what I was more upset about. And yeah, you had a run rate of 5.897 to 15 overs. You need to have a much better run rate like that, 100%. But if you restricted them by 130, 120, then that run rate would have been fine. You would have got up. Charlotte Dean was mancated by Deepti
Surely.
Sharma. Yeah, I remember that was in the summer, and that
Hmm.
created a lot of noise. But yeah, I think overall batting needs to improve, bowling needs to improve, fielding also needs to improve, because they're still not yet
Thing is,
through to the semi-finals. They have to win the rest of their games to qualify. But when you get to the knockouts, you're gonna have games like these.
thing is that they're too dependent on one star performance. There's no balance in this team, like in terms of performances. I'm saying you either dependent on a Richa Ghosh to come and finish it off for you. It's never fully finished. And when Richa comes, I mean, credit to her ability to stay there in the end.
Yeah.
Um, there's a very big dependency there, right? If Richa Ghosh's wicket is gone, I think in this current squad, Richa Ghosh is the price wicket, and obviously Shifali Verma in the beginning. ये दो आप निकाल आप इंडिया को हरा दिए वैसा लग रहा मेरे को because Jemima once in a while she's coming and hitting it and then it's not consistent. Smriti subject to injury था चलो ठीक है अब तो है. But if you take Shifali out of the equation, because her 8 if turned into a 20 we win the match, and if Richa's like whatever knock was there from her at 47 after 34, that's like incredible, man. And she's doing it back. I think there was a line during the match where they said Smriti Mandana has to be standing by Richa Ghosh till the end. She is the experienced one. I mean, what is she talking about? In the next ball, Smriti got up. I was like, कहाँ करते हैं भाई रिचा हर मैच में कर रही. आई नो अभी अभी इंजरी से है कैसे करते
नहीं,
हैं बट
बैटिंग
लाइक
में भी अगर देखो, जमीमा एक पार्टनरशिप में थी, हरमनप्रीत एक पार्टनरशिप में थी, so far it's been okay, and today Smriti also contributed, so there are people contributing. It's not like they're just dependent on one player, but the problem is they're not all clicking together. That's the issue. It's not that like if you see the different batters are performing but not together, and that's where you're going to have
and
problems.
you need and they need
Contribution.
someone to stand with them, right? They need a hitter because they're slowing it down so much. If
Yeah,
Richard doesn't be aggressive, then you're going to lose anyway.
yeah, and
Today you'll see an
Harmanpreet
example:
has
44
that.
balls.
Harmanpreet has the power to clear the boundaries. She can actually play at a quicker rate, and that's what I feel. It should happen. I really painful to watch match with Mithali commentary, man. I mean, it's a first gig, so like, let's see. I know that sometimes.
पाकिस्तानी पाकिस्तानी वाले का सुनना था उसका नाम क्या था the one during the New Zealand Pakistan one. Oh, she was with Danny Morrison, man. I forgot her name.
Now with
Uzma or
Danny
something.
Morrison, the one here now who's there? Oh, you're talking
He
about the
went
one in
New
Pakistan.
Zealand
Okay.
Pakistan. Yeah.
There's one
I
here
forgot
as
her
well,
name.
the ex-Pakistani cricketer. What's her name? She's also
Yeah,
commentating.
something I forgot her name. She was the same one in New Zealand and Pakistan. So
After that, after that, Mankad has started supporting every opponent team of India. Why Mankad is within the rules, मेरे हिसाब से. I don't understand why they just because these guys say oh it's against the spirit. कौन सा spirit भाई? आपको rule में है तो आप out होके खत्म. अगर rule में
एक
नहीं था तो umpire out क्यों देंगे? Simple बात है. Like it
और
doesn't matter.
सिंपल लॉजिक ये है कि भाई जब तक बॉल डिलीवर है आपको क्या सुसु आ रहा आप जाके 2 कदम ले ले रहे. आप क्रीज में रहो ना भाई आपको क्या जरूरत है क्रीज के
टीपू को
बाहर.
आउट दे नहीं दिए थे. टीपू को आउट दिए थे नहीं
हम्म.
दिए थे. दिए थे
टीपू को
राइट
भी
आउट.
आउट है तो बच्चा था. तो बच्चा था यहाँ बड़े
So,
बड़े बच्चे हैं.
no, it's within the rules, man. I don't understand like why they say against the spirit. This is just like discourse because it's happening against them, and they're just trying to this narrative of like it's not fair play. It is fair play. It's only not fair play if it's not in the rule. If you do
And it's
something in the
not
rule,
fair.
then
It's not fair play technically if you look at from a bigger microscope, or whatever. That they're getting 2-3 steps ahead of the ball, right? How is that fair?
yeah,
He's starting before
yeah.
the ball is bowled, so it's an unfair advantage to the batsman. Either उन लोगों को ये प्रॉब्लम हो रही कि भाई हमारे को जोर तेज भागना पड़ता क्योंकि वो जो 2-3 कदम हम ले रहे थे सुकून से अब नहीं ले पा रहे. तो वो ऐसे भी चीटिंग है बॉलिंग की टीम के लिए. तो भाई आप अपने क्रीज में रहो उन्हें नहीं करेंगे. आप क्रीज के बाहर जाओ चीटिंग करेंगे. रेस से
बिल्कुल
पहले 3-2-1 बोल के रेस शुरू होती. 3-2 में भाग गए तो खा. So it's like that.
बिल्कुल. रूल तभी लगता है जब सिचुएशन डेस्परेट हो. हर बार जब डेस्परेट सिचुएशन तभी बॉलर आउट करते हैं. यार
एडवांटेज
जो
से
भी
यूज
है
करना ना
आप
बस.
आप कभी भी
एडवांटेज पे
आप
यूज
कभी भी
करना.
आउट कर सकते हैं. वो टाइम पे भी बॉलर देख रहा है कि भाई मेरे को विकेट चाहिए, तो उन्हें देख रहा अपॉर्चुनिटी जहां भी मिलेगी वो ले लेगा. देखो बैट्समैन को भी
अश्विन
या बैटर को भी अनफेयर एडवांटेज मिल रहा. एंड मेन थिंग इज रूल बुक देख लो आप. रूल बुक में क्या लिखा हुआ है उसमें अलाउड है तो खत्म.
और अश्विन
एवरीथिंग
तक
इज
करा भाई. अश्विन did a man cut man, so I was with him and I don't care.
ये तो कैप्सी आउट हो गई, नहीं तो टारगेट 180 होता है. India never should the urgency till 40 of 3. But that's the thing, Chirag bhai, like it's a mixture of both. If you know at the same time, like un log nahi chale, so you could have restricted them to 130. And then you didn't have to worry about 40 of 18. It would have been 20 of 18 or 25 of 18, whatever it is. So that's my point. It's both. It's the batting and the bowling. I understand that you're upset with the intent, but you actually still got close. By you lost by 10 runs. There were some shots from Richa Ghosh, and I completely understand. I also feel the batting needs to be criticized, but equally the bowling.
100%.
You can't let them off the hook like that, especially when you have them down like that in the power play, where it's easier to score runs on these pitches. It's harder as the ball gets older.
And also the thing that, like, again, there's no balance in terms of performances. What I've said, like, either one day Harmanpreet, the only consistent performers are Shefali and Richa for me. Yeah, one day in la contribute kare. In the bowling efficiency, it was Vatsakar the other day. Today it was Dipti Sharma the other day before after that, and then now today it's Renuka. So they're not like in sync. There's no
Yeah, they're
discipline in
not.
terms of line. There's no discipline in terms of line length. If it's a bouncy wicket, I think it was Vatsakar who got a good day. और कल टर्न हुआ तो डिप्टी ने ऐसा नहीं चलता भाई, आप एटलीस्ट लाइन इन लेंथ तो मेंटेन करो अपनी.
Yeah. Also, credit to Heather Knight. She stuck by Nat Skipper. Her, strike rate wasn't as great, but like she, gave her support and played a responsible innings as captain. And that partnership was the building block. And then Amy Jones came in and finished it off. So that was a very, very good partnership as well. That's where they were, counter-attacking and getting those runs, putting India under pressure. So, what do you call it? Kudos to her. But Eccleston, best bowler in the world for a reason, huh? Like again, incredible line length. And Nasir Hussain was saying when she was bowling with Deepti, this will favor Deepti Sharma. But I was like, she's not going to be able to hit her. Like she's just like, even it doesn't matter who she's bowling to. This girl has a lot of control on her bowling, a lot of control, and she varies her pace as well. She pitches it in the right areas, and and these were the slog overs, and the way she bowled was phenomenal.
Yeah, and usually in those overs you don't want a spinner to bowl, but and the thing is, like, I think she has so much experience under her. She knows exactly what area to target, right? She didn't try anything experimental. She didn't try anything out of the box. She just said, "मेरे को यहाँ pitch करना है, ऐसा डालना है, खत्म." ज़्यादा झंझट नहीं. So I think, yeah, definitely, man. That was spell, man. कितना यार 4 overs 13 runs कुछ देना मलाक है यार. और ऐसे situation में जहाँ आपकी टीम अलग, it's not a very major total, but you still held your nerve. And yeah, due to, I think it will because more of her, obviously Nats gave it 50 and stuff, but they were able to put up a fight and क्या लड़े बोल के जीत गए.
And she feels like she's 28, 29 because I think she has 50, 60 games on her belt. She's only 23. So she has a
Oh,
huge career ahead of her. And right now, number
yeah.
one bowler. And if she's, fully fit, she's going to continue to take wickets and cause problems. I'm upset because in second innings, it felt like we're not even playing for the win except Richa. But you also have to take the pitch into consideration. You have to take the opposition into consideration. It was never going to be easy. Right now, you're comparing against England, who are the second best team in the world. So, like, there's always going to be a challenge. And rightly so with the bowlers as well. Your bowlers are going to be put under pressure. So are your batsmen. Because your batters, sorry. They're going to be challenged because you're playing against one of the top teams, and that's why it felt like, okay, they're not putting any effort, but that's not the case. If you see against West Indies, Pakistan, they were smashing it, they were thinking, but you have to take the opposition into consideration as well. You're up against a top England team with a lot of experience and a lot of skill.
I think with Pakistan also, if you see, it was not a very great game to see until like
Yeah.
the ending, the dire moments. That's why I agree with Chirag by a bit that there is a problem with their intent. I mean, they've just lose the rhythm, and then someone has to come and shake them up, like a Richa, or someone has to show us, blow some belief in them. And that is when they're like, "अरे हाँ जीत सकते हैं," बोल के. Because they were like, what, man, 84 or 44 or something, and I'm like, "अरे भाई ये तो खत्म हो गया." But then she came and gave a few sixes and stuff, and then started upping the run rate. Then these
It's
guys
the same
started
thing with
contributing.
England, Fez. England were also up until the 14th over. They were also 6-7 like that. They smashed it in the last 4 or 5 overs. Especially that second last over cost a lot of runs. But up until then, the first 10 overs, even England's run rate was just under 6. In the first 10, so that's the pitches you have to take into consideration. It's not just the intent. Like of course, I understand. Like it is upsetting. Why when they're not hitting and stuff. But if you look at it, the deficit was only 11 runs, so it was fine margins. Yes, that means maybe you should have showed more intent a bit early on in your chase. I agree, but at the same time, it's also bowler discipline. It's a mixture.
Now there has to be a convincing victory against Ireland because obviously our net run rate did drop, and in Pakistan has to obviously beat West Indies and England to qualify, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah, Pakistan has lost. Yeah, but yeah, exactly. But the thing is, net run rate wise, if India do beat Ireland, the only way they'll get out is if Pakistan do beat all like England as well. Otherwise, India should be through if they beat Ireland, despite the run rate. I think they should be okay. Pakistan beating England, I mean, it can happen, but I would favor England over there. The only thing is,
Yeah,
if England are already qualified, for like they'll make some changes and stuff like that. Then thing, but yeah, you can't count Pakistan out right now. They're also playing very good cricket. Like from India's point of view, they just have to see what's in hand. And now is Ireland. They have to beat them convincingly, and then not worry about the other results. Worry about it after, basically, not at that time.
yeah. Maran Guptill went mental today, no, for the Quetta Gladiator 117 of
Bro, they
67
were
deliveries. Nice
struggling. They
smash.
were they were struggling, and they were saying, "Ki bhai, ye Quetta ki kya team hai," and stuff. Then he came up with a sensational innings, man. It was really good, and it just lifted the
चिच्चा भी
spirit.
मारे जी 38 एंड में आके यार छिछा इफ ही
Yeah, Chichavi Mari. Magar abhi Shoaib bhai hai crease pe 31 of 9. It looks difficult, but देखो क्या होता towards the end. Even South Africa off to a decent start against Australia, 65 for 1, 10 over mein, and they're bowling second, South Africa this time around. So there might be some pressure on Australia. So watch your space. I think South Africa need close to 150 to challenge Australia. But if it is, then there's going to be a game on, man. South Africa, Australia, that's going to be good as well. भाइयों न्यूजीलैंड वर्सेस इंग्लैंड मैच देखे क्या? हाँ भाई, वो सबसे बेस्ट मैच दिख रहा है मेरे को, तो बहुत मजा आ रहा है। खाली ले बशीर दे बशीर, यहाँ से मार रहे वहां से मार रहे, खाली ऐसा दिख रहा है T10 खेल रहे, 5-day T10. It's the intense, incredible. First, you're upset because Arsenal won, or you're upset with your FPL team, or you're upset that India is under pressure? There's something wrong. What are you upset about? There is something you're upset about.
I'm just I'm up since the morning, no, so I'm like it's just like a lot of cricket. I'm not. I mean, I am upset due to my like a lot of things like FPL and India and Australia. अभी क्या होता कल जाके देखना है का है. But like yeah, more than I think it's just like too much cricket and there's too much like. But I'm saying it's fun, man. That's at the end of the day, that's what we live for. So yeah. Coming
Coming
to
to India
India
was
versus Australia.
मैं भी हग रहा था आज, मैन कैन डू नथिंग।
Okay. Okay.
वो क्राउड में नहीं देखा उसको, बेचारे को बॉल। तुम देख रहे हो शॉट फर्स्ट?
What's that? He ran away into the.
उन्हें इधर ही ठहरा था राहुल, उसको बॉल नहीं दिखी, इट वेंट टू द बाउंड्री, ही डिडंट मूव। आई थॉट
But वो दो कैचा भी तो लिया ना चिराग भाई, वो दो कैचा भी जबरदस्त
he
लिया उन्हें
didn't move. So like, yeah, I mean, that was just lost in the background, Delhi's weather and all that. But देखो, राहुल का सबसे बड़ा टेस्ट अब होने वाला है, it's make or break for him in the chase. He doesn't score more than 50, he's gone. If he scores more than 50, again, depending on the result and everything, it's debatable. But if he doesn't score more than 50, he's gone for sure. I don't see him
It's
staying.
only a matter of time. I mean, smartly India also, I think कहीं ना कहीं दो टेस्ट मैच होगा, बोलो आगे का नहीं बोल सकते कैसी गाड़ी चलने वाली है. So maybe somewhere down the line there was a logic to announcing these two test match teams and then wait for the third and the fourth. I think they had it in their mind. If these guys don't, अगर ये लोग नहीं परफॉर्म करे तो थर्ड फोर्थ टेस्ट में फिर रीअसेस करके भेजेंगे. तो I think थोड़ी बहुत प्लानिंग हुई है behind the curtains.
Yeah, मगर अब ये है कि India also, as collectively, they need to perform as well. The top order, all of them, and the bowling as well. At times they have to be more disciplined. You can't bowl like freebies, no balls and stuff, and pressure situations. They'll have to be on top of the game, and also the toss is not in their favor, so that is a bit of a disadvantage. Lekin even then, you have to be a bit more clinical. उन्हें दो कैच लिया, ऐसे पूरी लाइफ कैरी करना पड़ेगा लगता है। नहीं करना पड़ेगा। If he doesn't score runs in the second
अब
innings,
मेरे देखो भाई, अब अभी फील्डिंग की बात करें तो अब मतलब he is one of the better fielders in this current Indian side, I would say. And I mean देखो भाई, मैं तो आपको मालूम कैसा हूँ against KL राहुल, but now अब जब है टीम में और मेरा फैंटेसी पिक भी है
मेरे
तो
कैसे
मैं
चल रहे
फोर्थ.
फैंटेसी पिक्स क्रिकेट के?
अरे क्रिकेट के तुम्हारे कौन थे? तुम्हारे कौन थे?
भूल जाते,
विराट कोहली
देखो
था.
आज खुद के याद है।
विराट कोहली था ना? नहीं, वेट, लेट
वो
मी
विनय
थिंक.
का था शायद।
Let me think, bro.
It's the same as the first game. I didn't change my picks. भूल जाते Ashwin and Lion, bro.
अश्विन एंड लायन, अच्छा हाँ, यू वेंट टू द, ओके फाइन। अब
भाई
वो चीज तो चलने वाली है भाई, सिचुएशन इन लोगों के लिए बना हुआ है, तो वो तो चीज चलने वाली है।
you have Nunes in your team?
नो मैन, आई विश आई वाज लुकिंग एट दिस राइट नाउ। आज
What if he scores 50 and India loses in second? What will you chance then in the next? What will you change in the next test?
if he scores 50, if he looks dominant, then I think there'll
Bro,
be
if he
no
scores a
chance.
50 on this pitch, you keep him.
He's keeping.
He scores a 50. I don't think a 50 is coming. If it comes, then you keep him. Yeah, I keep him. That's just me.
I
Because
will throw him, man. I will throw him.
but look, I said before the game that it's again the management needs to be questioned. They have to be like when when these team selections things happen, you have to ask Rohit Sharma, you have to ask Rahul Dravid these questions. Ki, why are you playing him? Why are you backing him? They can give
Yeah.
you an answer. I cannot give you. Rahul cannot give you. Faiz can't give you. It's these guys who are playing him who can give you the answer. If the whole world is saying to drop him but you're not dropping him, तो उनके पास वजह होगा, हमारे पास थोड़ी है वजह, right? So that's it's
वजह वही है, आई थिंक देर जस्ट ट्राइंग टू शो कि लंबी रस्सी दे रहे हम लोग प्लेयर्स को, डरो मत, और योर जगह ऐसा ऐसा नहीं
which is fair
चलेंगे हम,
enough. It's fair
which
enough.
is
They're
fair
giving.
enough, which, yeah, but like again there are other people also who deserve the same amount of
No,
chances.
but now before there weren't. Now there is a person. There wasn't a person who deserved a spot at that. Like there was nobody who was scoring runs, and when they came in instead of Rahul, no one took that opportunity.
Not
So
scoring runs, I'm saying. I'm just saying they were not given enough bait as much as Rahul got. No
yeah,
one got
because
that
those
much.
guys, I mean, Rahul did score runs to have that win. It's just that when he scored runs, then he failed. But then he scored again just before he got dropped. So that's the difference. Why does this team wait to lose before making a change?
You don't change your winning recipe anyway, so I think वही problem है, right? अगर कोई recipe जीत रही है, like पांड्या को ही देख लो आप, he kept his T20 team more or less the same, just a few changes depending upon the, अगर थर्ड मैच है, वाइट वॉश है, वो सिचुएशंस में आप टीम बदलते हैं, बट अदरवाइज अ विनिंग रेसिपी यूजुअली नोबडी वांट्स टू हिंडर, और लाइक उंगली नहीं करना चाहते उसमें, ताकि कोई कल को फिर आप सवाल करोगे विनिंग टीम को आप चेंज कर दिए, तो इट्स ऑब्वियसली गोना बी दैट, राइट? लाइक अच्छा फॉर्मूला चल रहा है, आंसर्स आ रहे हैं वो फॉर्मूले से, तो आप वही फॉर्मूला यूज करेंगे ना।
हम्म। अब मेरे को ये बोलो कि राहुल को अगर ड्रॉप मारे और नेक्स्ट गेम में पुजारा फिर से फेल होता, फिर क्या करेंगे? दैट इज द थिंग, देन यू हैव टू सी,
पुजारा लेकिन बांग्लादेश में सी अगेन रस्सी के ऊपर है ना ब्रो, लाइक अगर रस्सी के
नहीं, मगर
हिसाब
आप
से
सीरीज के हिसाब से बोल रहा हूँ, मैं सीरीज के हिसाब से बोल रहा हूँ। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर आप ये हार गए मैच, अब थर्ड टेस्ट आ गया, राइट? थर्ड टेस्ट में आप जीत गए मगर उन्हें फिर से फेल कर दिया। नाउ यू आर गोइंग इनटू दैट लास्ट टेस्ट मैच रिक्वायरिंग अ विन, यू कांट अफोर्ड टू लूज, अदरवाइज इट विल इफेक्ट योर वर्ल्ड टेस्ट चैंपियनशिप। यू बी 2-1 लास्ट टेस्ट मैच, यू
बट
नीड टू विन टू मेक इट
इन दिस
3-1।
टीम
यू प्ले समबडी हु
इन
इज नॉट परफॉर्म फॉर 3 गेम्स।
in this team who can play the role like Pujara, that Pujara if he plays would play?
So I don't know, but like
My
if he
point
does
वही है
play,
ना, like he is an irreplaceable asset in this team because of the pressure situation,
what if they bring
pressure
what if they bring
situation controls
Sarfaraz
that
into
even
the squad? What if they bring
they
Sarfaraz
can't.
into the squad?
That's
Because
it. But
that's the thing,
Sarfaraz
आपको,
again, Sarfaraz doesn't take a lot of balls like Pujara, right? He
पर यही
hits.
आपको यही प्रॉब्लम होने, मैं यही बोल रहा हूँ कि राहुल अगर ड्रॉप हो गया, फेयर इनफ, ही इज ड्रॉप। आप अगर फिर थर्ड टेस्ट में आपका मिडिल ऑर्डर नहीं चला, उस फिर स्क्रूटनी वहां होगी, फिर अगर वो हार गया आप टेस्ट मैच और यू डाउन इन द सीरीज, देन ऑल विल गो, देन दिल से पुजारा को क्यों खिला रहे हो, उसको क्यों वापस चांस दिए, आप यंगस्टर्स का मौका खा लिए, तो इट्स गोइंग टू हैपन। इट्स जस्ट that's the name of
See,
the game. It's
KL
going to
Rahul thing is there are a lot of people in the wings that are waiting at his position. When you look at a Pujara situation, there are not a lot of people in his area or the
How do
way
you
he
know?
plays.
There could be, like, maybe there isn't. With KL Rahul, just now Shubman Gill came up. Otherwise, there was nobody. Now with Pujara, if you're giving people chances, maybe there will be. How do we know? We don't know. We don't know if there is or there isn't. You'll have to develop those youngsters. You'll have to give them a chance. Then we'll know. But that's the question, because I understand like what Pujara. For me, I'm not questioning Pujara. I think that he should play. But I'm saying, what if he fails? Then what? He's your next target. That's
But then
inevitable,
again,
right?
you'll assess the situation. No? I mean, they go like with KL Rahul, what did you do? He made one odd centuries per series and he just saved his seat. And then he went injury. He came back injured. No one is going to get that kind of a rope, is what I'm saying. If you look at a Pujara, he had gone to county and गायब होके फिर वापस आया, और उन्हें वापस आया जब बांग्लादेश में मौत डाला। एक एक टेस्ट मैच गया, चलो फिर भी बोल सकते हैं ये सीरीज दे सकते हैं उसको। केएल राहुल का क्या, उन्होंने सेंचुरी मारा, फिर भाग गया इंजरी में, फिर आ गया, फिर ही
वही
थिंग इज ही
हिसाब
वॉकिंग इन
तो
द
वही है, पुजारा
ही
भी एक ही
वॉकिंग
100 मारा।
दो
लाइक पूरे साल में कौन से दो, पूरे
इन
साल में दो
बांग्लादेश
मारा
स्कूल।
उन्हें,
तो
पूरे
साल
साल में
कहाँ
दो।
खेला उन्हें, खेला
कौन
कहाँ है
पुजारा?
पूरा साल?
नहीं,
हाँ,
लाइक इवन बिफोर ही वाज ड्रॉप्ड ही डिडंट
compare
स्कोर अ
KL Rahul,
सेंचुरी।
how much did he play? Yeah, compare it to KL Rahul, how much did he play?
I think he played quite a bit. Like he played like over the last like 3 years. Pujara and Rahul have been playing together. Pujara has a lot of failures as well, right? He's not scored a big century in a long time. I don't
Yeah,
remember him scoring.
but again he
मैं
only,
तो
but again there's one difference here as well, that he only played one format and this guy played all three formats.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. There's a reason why he's playing all those three formats. He's proved him in situations that like अब देखो, अगर उसको अगर ऐसा है कि भाई he's not good enough, then it's a huge problem on Rahul Dravid and Rohit Sharma's thing. That means these guys don't know what they're doing, and that's a problem for India. Because मैं इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ, मैं ये I'm raising this question is because if he doesn't perform, Pujara, and he doesn't think, then you're going to have that problem in the World Test Championship final. If you make it, if you don't make it, then that's going to be your reason. He's the next target. I'm telling you from now, Pujara is the next target for everybody. If he doesn't score, उसके कहाँ है
Yeah,
भाई?
but again,
बांग्लादेश में आया 100, फिर विराट कोहली का आया ही नहीं सेंचुरी अभी तक, उसका भी फायरिंग लाइन में डाल देंगे लोग। So it's not. I'm saying after KL Rahul, will your whole life be set? No, you still have problems, and it's about
you
working
have
on.
holes. See, you have holes. The only thing I keep telling you the same thing is that KL Rahul, they're not looking at him in terms of format wise, right? If you look at Virat Kohli T20 and ODI, you will not touch him. चलो टेस्ट में आप क्रिटिसाइज कर लो। अब जब आप बोल रहे हो फॉर्मेट मिक्स नहीं कर रहे, फॉर्मेट ये नहीं कर रहे, तो आप फॉर्मेट के हिसाब से भी देख लो, केएल राहुल के रन देख लो, आप फॉर्मेट ओडीआई में उठा के देख लो क्या करा, T20 में तो कुछ नहीं करा 6-8 महीनों से, फिर व्हाट इज द पॉइंट ऑफ प्लेइंग दिस गाय? पुजारा का इसलिए ज्यादा दिख के नहीं आता बिकॉज उन सिर्फ टेस्ट मैचों के टाइम पे
नहीं
दिखता।
नहीं, मैं बोल रहा हूँ दिख के आएगा, मगर अब राहुल चले गए बाद फिर पुजारा पे ही आएगा, राइट? स्पॉटलाइट वही तो बोल रहा हूँ मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ। आई एम नॉट सेइंग पुजारा शुड बी सैक्ड बिफोर केएल राहुल, नो नो, डोंट गेट मी रॉन्ग। आई एम से पुजारा, केएल राहुल इज द
I'm
फर्स्ट
not,
वन टू गो, बट आई एम
I'm
सेइंग कि
not,
नेक्स्ट इज ही इज इन लाइन, ही इज इन द फायरिंग लाइन, दैट्स व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू टेल
he
यू।
might be in the filing. I'm just telling you the differential over here between a KL Rahul and a Pujara.
और
Like
इससे
KL Rahul
पहले
has played
फैज,
three
इससे पहले आप
formats.
उससे पहले याद है मनीष पांडे कितने खा रहा था
उन्हें
मैचेस?
तो छोड़ दो भाई, उन्हें तो पागल है यार,
तो
छोड़
वही
दो।
है, इंडियन क्रिकेट में ये चलते रहेगा। इट्स नॉट गोना स्टॉप विद केएल राहुल, दैट्स ऑल आई एम सेइंग।
होल्स
क्वेटा,
रहेंगे
क्वेटा विन थैंक्स टू कप, या सॉरी आप बोल रहे थे।
I think the whole thing, the only point I'm trying to make here is the either you assess it individually format wise, test cricket, one day cricket, T20. If KL is performing good in either of these formats, you pick him, no one is going to have an issue. But why is he playing three formats when he's consistently failing in all three? Chalo, in test he was good, ले लिया, चलो ये test में ले लिया. Why did you pick him in the one day and the T20 when he was not playing that well? That's the thing.
वो
Like he's
बेसिकली
playing
इट्स
all,
अ फेलियर ऑफ द
and he's,
मैनेजमेंट।
yeah, it's a failure of the man, and he's walking in all the three things. Like very confidently, he's walking in all the three things. Like he's going from an injury and he's still walking into the thing. So I mean, yeah, it is a management issue. And yeah, with Pujara, it's because he only plays one format and he comes once in a while. He's like, अरे जब टेस्ट सीरीज है जब दिखता है बंदा, तो आप भूल जाते फ्रॉम फैंस पर्सपेक्टिव, लोग यू फॉरगेट दैट थिंग ना, सामने
मगर
मार्केट एक चीज हो रही है।
मगर उससे पहले अगर तुम जस्ट थोड़ा सा रिवाइंड करो, पुजारा वाज ड्रॉप्ड फ्रॉम द इंडियन टीम बिकॉज ऑफ द सेम प्रॉब्लम। हिम एंड रहाणे, दे वर सेइंग कब तक चलाएंगे इन लोगों को, कब तक चलाएंगे, उन लोग नहीं दे रहे परफॉर्मेंसेस, दे वर बोथ ड्रॉप्ड। द रीजन व्हाई पुजारा केम ऑन, ही केम ऑन हिज ओन मेरिट, ही वेंट एंड प्लेड डोमेस्टिक क्रिकेट एंड ही केम बैक, मगर यही
Yes,
हुआ था। बट व्हाट वाज बिफोर दिस, पीपल वर एज एंग्री एज यू एंड चिराग भाई आर राइट नाउ एट पुजारा एंड रहाणे, द सेम। तो मैं यही बोल रहा हूँ, आफ्टर केएल
but
राहुल
that is
goes,
the thing.
you're going to be
That
pissed
is
off
the
at some other batsmen. So this is going to keep
that
happening in Indian cricket.
it will
And then
happen. This is going to happen in any sports team, right? Anyone who doesn't perform, we were all upset when Ronaldo didn't perform in United, right? But you know,
yeah, red card
I'm
yeah.
saying,
Uh-huh.
I'm making this point that this is evident in any sports team. No, it's not the point that management. Ronaldo was not performing. You all shouted at Ronaldo. Hey, but so my only thing is he worked his ass off, man. He went to London, he went to county. This guy, this bugger is going, he's coming back within few months. Few months, a few weeks. Why does Pujara have to go and play a county whole season and prove himself? Why don't these guys have to do it? The what, and it is a management problem. There is no certain क्या बोलते हैं, format, or there is no certain kind of a system that is made. If KL Rahul went to the Ranji Trophy and then he approved himself and then he came back, he would earn his spot. But here he's just walking into every place just because उसको vice captaincy दे दिए. And with Pujara, he had to go गो एंड रहाणे तो गोइच गो हो गया बेचारा, उसके बाद तो दिखा भी नहीं रहाणे।
Yeah, के राहुल का भी
एंड
यही होगा उसका, like after this he is not going
होगा,
to, he'll have
आई एम
to.
जस्ट एक्सप्लेनिंग टू योर पॉइंट दैट यू आर सेइंग, उसका भी टाइम आएगा, 100% सबका टाइम आएगा। कल को रोहित शर्मा भी नहीं परफॉर्म करा, आशीष इज गोइंग टू बी द फर्स्ट वन। We all have our favorites, but my only thing is you see the Pujara and the KL Rahul thing, he at least went to England, worked on his game, came back, scored 100 when Bangladesh he scored whatever.
But why did he go to England? Because the management dropped him. So if the management drops this guy, he'll also go and play.
No
It's
one is
simple as
saying
that.
anything. Yeah, no one is saying. That's
It's
what
simple.
I'm just saying, to
So
the point of what you're saying in
at
terms
that
of it is
time,
a part
at
and
that,
parcel.
but what happened at that time? You lost the South Africa series because you played these two, him and Rahane. You lost the in log kuch kare nahi, and you lost, right, that series. So like again here, are you going to wait till you lose the series to Australia to drop Rahul? Are you going to wait till you lose? So that's the thing. And you're going to continue to have these problems after he goes.
Yeah.
Like whether it's
That's the point I'm trying to make, that there is no proper system. There is no proper system, and there is no proper like understanding. You like how England have segregated their formats. That is what India has to come to, because they have so much bulk of cricket going, not only in the international but also in the domestic league, where you are not able to give everyone a fair assessment, a fair chance. Then you say that you don't cross formats, and you're crossing formats. So there is clearly a problem there only. No one is denying that. But the only problem I have, or anyone else who is looking at KL Rahul, is how is this guy still in all the three formats, and he's not dropped, and that is a management issue. But again, it's the system.
the
आशीष बोला,
problem
मैं कुछ
where
नहीं
you
बोला।
and Chirag Bhai need to be angry at is Rahul Dravid and Rohit Sharma. That you have to show your like you should be upset with their decision making, because it's because of them that he's playing. It's the management's fault. If you're whatever you're upset at, how is he? You just asked me how is he in their team? How is he in their team? It's because they're letting him in their team, so they should be questioned. How are they playing him then? Right? That's the simple thing.
But even despite giving you the opportunities, he'll not perform. That's what pissing me more off. Then that's what
I
pissing
know,
me
but
more off.
like that's true. Like what? But that's
That
it.
is
This
the
is
point that's pissing me off. That not only one format, you're
you
getting three
shouldn't.
formats, and फिर भी तुम कुछ नहीं बना रहे उसका।
Yeah, but अब
I
उसमें
mean,
क्या है, like if he's not being able to do, he's not being able to do it. You have to उसका क्या देख रहे हैं, like they should not feel bad for him
उसका नहीं
and say
देख
okay
रहा हूँ
नहीं,
मैं।
हाँ
हाँ,
नहीं तो वही तो
कुछ
वही
नहीं
तो
बोल
बोल रहा हूँ मैं। तो like अगर उन्हें why you getting pissed off that he's not making the most of it, तुम्हारे को क्या नुकसान हो रहा है, टीम का नुकसान हो रहा है तो निकालो टीम में से।
तो टीम का ही तो नुकसान हो रहा बोल
तो
के,
फिर
बट आई
टीम का
मीन मैं
नुकसान है तो फिर
वहां पे तो मैं कुछ
मैनेजमेंट को
बोल नहीं
बोलो
सकता ना।
निकालो। टीम का अगर नुकसान हो रहा है मैनेजमेंट को बोलो निकालो उसको टीम में से, सिंपल
अब मैं
बात है।
कल राहुल को कॉल लगाता
तो
हूँ कल
प्रॉब्लम
से।
यही है, मैं यही तुम्हारे को समझा रहा हूँ एक हफ्ते से कि उसमें
फिर भी भाई,
उस समय
अब
आउट।
जब अच्छा, अब एक चीज है भाई, अब नहीं निकाल रहे उसको, तो ऑब्वियसली मैं उसको, मेरी तरफ से तो हेट रहेगा ना। चलो निकाल रहे भी नहीं, कुछ कर रहा भी नहीं ना, तो आई कैन बी against him in that matter. At least even if he's in the team, it's not his fault. I'll give it to him. But if you're in
Be
the team, you
angry,
at
but
least do
be angry
something.
at the management also. Like they're the ones
Yeah,
who are picking him. Rahul Dravid is
yeah,
picking him, right?
hundred
Uh,
percent,
के
100%.
राहुल की
Yeah.
शादी में पैसा है कितना खर्चा हुआ, थोड़ी तो ह्यूमैनिटी देखना पड़ेगी। Shaw should have been picked in place of Sky and
भाई उनके गिफ्ट गिफ्ट
Prithvi
में
Shaw, forget it. Look, Prithvi Shaw has been given a chance. He's been given a proper chance. He also got screwed. He got screwed in Australia, got screwed in New Zealand. Now he needs to perform for India in the T20s, then he can come back. Like right now, don't think about Prithvi Shaw. We're angry at the management only. It's his performance we discuss. I have no issues with Rahul as a person. Fair enough. Only fairs are the
exactly.
problem with
I don't
KL
have a problem with that. ओ हो देखो कौन आ गए भाई।
फिर ऑस्ट्रेलिया, अरे गुरनूर पाजी कितने पाजी, अगर ऑस्ट्रेलिया जीते ये टेस्ट मैच तो 1-1 हो जाएगा।
तो 1-1 हो जाएगा, टीम बदल जाएगी और टीम का असेसमेंट फिर सही होगा।
Yeah, क्या कर सकते हैं जीत के तो। And the thing is, look, again, toss is important, man. Like, don't listen to Vinay. I'm telling you, on these kind of
Vinay
pitches, you have
also
to
Vinay also Vinay also said Lion won't do anything today. He got 5 wickets.
पंजा ले लिया रैन। पृथ्वी शॉ को मत खिला, उसको अभी कोर्ट में जाना पड़ेगा, वो मिस नहीं कर पाएगा। The thing is, like now he's waiting in the pecking order. Prithvi Shaw is also like we've seen, like he's also hit and miss. You have Shubman Gill there, play him. He's your opening batter, you should play. And yeah, हर वक्त चलते जाएंगे यार, like musical chairs Indian team में. Problem ये है जिसको मौका मिलता है उन लोग, they don't grab that opportunity. That's the thing. Whether it's Vijay Shankar, whether that is Prithvi Shaw, whether it is
And
anybody.
that was what based on the this issue of not grabbing the opportunities, ये जो लंबी रस्सी, ये जो 20 लोगों का पॉड बना के हम उसमें से छांटेंगे उसमें से छांटेंगे, इसलिए निकला था ये कि भाई आप अपनी पद या अपनी कुर्सी के लिए फिक्र नको करो, जब आप क्रिकेट खेलने आ रहे हो आप क्रिकेट पे फोकस करो, आप ये सेफ्टी ऑप्शन में जाके आप सेफ इनिंग खेलने जाओगे, डूइंग समथिंग दैट यू आर नॉट यूज्ड टू, and then you lose your wicket and then you not grab most. To avoid all of these things, that is what the BCCI had announced. अब वो कितना चल रहा नहीं चल रहा वो तो बाद में मालूम होगा, but this is why this was put into place, right?
But why, if we say Ranchi mein karo perform, then test team mein आओ, then now you're saying T20 khelo, then test mein Shaw performs in Ranchi, bro. But the thing is, this guy has too much on his mind right now, man. I can't like trust him as a test opener right now. There's Shubman Gill, play him, and then we'll see with Prithvi Shaw. And that doesn't mean that it's game over for him or anything like that. He has a chance to come back, but right now it's Shubman Gill's turn. And we'll see what he does. वैसा है तो Sarfaraz is performing 10 times more than Prithvi Shaw and thing. उसको तो chance नहीं मिल रहा, so he should get the mauka first, and then you can talk about the other players. You already have a player opener right now waiting in the wings. You gave KL Rahul a chance, a long rope. Now you go Shubman Gill, and then you can see about Prithvi Shaw and these guys after. Right now, where are you going to fit him? Where will you play him? In the squad. You can't.
रोहित शर्मा को बिठा
वो तो नहीं करेंगे हम लोग, रोहित शर्मा को नहीं बिठाएंगे, ना शुभमन गिल को बिठाएंगे, right? So it'll take time. And the thing is, you can talk about the next series, yeah, then you have options. Right now, the only person who deserved a chance in the team was probably Sarfaraz, based on Ranchi performances, consistent अगर देखे तो. हाँ ठीक है, पृथ्वी के थे innings, मैं नहीं मना कर रहा हूँ, but like right now he's below in the pecking order. अरे शॉ का मारी हो गया क्लब में. हाँ देखो, ये भी प्रॉब्लम्स चलते जाते, वो उसकी गलती नहीं थी शायद, लेकिन ऑफ द फील्ड भी बहुत इश्यूज है उसके, एंड दैट्स व्हाई द मैनेजमेंट समटाइम्स रिफ्रेन्स फ्रॉम पिकिंग हिम इन सिचुएशंस, बिकॉज ही इज हैड आउट ऑफ द फील्ड इश्यूज बिफोर आल्सो. इतनी भी सिक्योरिटी मत दो कि कंप्लेसेंटी हो जा रहे हैं, या नहीं देना चाहिए, वो तो वही है. एंड दैट्स व्हाट दे गेटिंग कॉट. प्रॉब्लम इज विराट कोहली, रवि शास्त्री के अंडर दे वर ऑन द एक्स. आप एक मैच परफॉर्म नहीं करे, निकाल के they made a change, right? But over here they're giving a long rope and they're giving it to selected players. कुलदीप को खिला के बिठा रहे, मगर केएल राहुल को लंबा दे रहे. So they're caught in a mix, and that's the reason, because problem of plenty, and they're not being able to handle that situation. And this is Rahul Dravid and Rohit Sharma's issue. They have to work on that. Like it's simple. उन लोग के हाथ में है भाई. क्यों खेल रहे हैं ये सवाल उनको ही जाना चाहिए. हम जवाब नहीं दे सकते, ना केएल राहुल दे सकता. उन्हें तो खिला रहे तो खेलेंगे उन्हें, right? He's not going to say don't play me, bro. He's not going to do that.
No one's going to say it. See, that's what Chirag bhai said. We're only talking based on performance and nothing else. At the end देखो भाई, आप भी कुछ भी नहीं बोल सकते, मैं भी कुछ नहीं बोल, तो फिर क्या बात ही नहीं करेंगे. वैसा सिचुएशन हो जाता. आप भी नहीं को बोलो, मैं भी नहीं को बोलो,
नहीं, मैं बोल रहा हूँ सवाल उठाओ, जो डिसीजन ले रहे हैं.
सवाल देखो वहां तक तो जाएगा भी नहीं ना सवाल. माय पॉइंट इज द ओनली एज बेसिस एज क्रिकेट एंड एज द टीम कॉम्पोजिशन, वैसा देख रहे थे ना, नहीं हो रहा फिट अभी, तो उसके हिसाब से बोल रहे हो, कुछ भी नहीं. एंड ना हमारे को मतलब ऑब्वियसली वी विल क्वेश्चन व्हेन टाइम कम्स एंड एवरीवन इज वेटिंग फॉर दैट, एंड देन इट इज इन द हैंड ऑफ रोहित शर्मा एंड राहुल, बट जस्ट लव्स ए क्रिकेट एंड लव्स ए फॉर्म नहीं हो रहा ऑब्वियसली. तो दैट इज द ओनली थिंग वी ट्रिक.
अपने कभी केएल के बारे में कंट्रोवर्सी देखते, इसलिए उसके खिलाते हैं. दिस इज जेंटलमैन्स गेम.
ये जबरदस्त कमेंट आया.
No, look, you've given him a long run now, and if he's not performing, they have to make the decision and they have to drop him. It's simple as that. They've given him a long run, and look, I've seen some great innings of his, and I think he's a very talented player, and he's underperforming. He's not doing justice to his spot. So you drop him, you play the player who's in form, and hopefully that guy continues to
शुभमन का देखना पड़ेगा अब.
Yeah, now the pressure will be on him, and rightly so. I think he deserves a spot, Shubman Gill, at the top of the order. He's your opener, and he's done well in away conditions. At home, he's not been as great, so it's going to be a test for him. कल पर ओडिया में इतने क्वेश्चन नहीं है at number 5 और कहीं भी. केएल पर
केएल पर
मतलब
केएल राहुल पे ओडीआई में क्वेश्चंस नहीं इतने क्वेश्चन नहीं है जितने लाइक रेड बॉल और कहीं भी है। नंबर 5 पे भी अगर खेला तो यू नॉट दैट डिसअपॉइंटेड एट हिम एज एन ओपनर जितना है। बट केएल राहुल का देखो भाई, गुनूर पाजी चलो नंबर 5 पे एक ही इनिंग्स जो ने मारा हाल हाल में 50, वो भी स्लो करा। T20 वर्ल्ड कप में आप लेके गए उसको, उसका कॉन्फिडेंस अलग लेवल पे खत्म हो गया था। और कहाँ एशिया कप में खेला था उन्हें
कौन
केएल राहुल?
क्या खेला था?
एशिया कप में भी आई डोंट थिंक उन्हें कुछ करा। इफ आई एम जस्ट I'm forgetting, maybe
He
he
had
had
only
one
one
match,
like
one
150
innings,
against Afghanistan.
150 against Afghanistan in the Asia Cup, 150 against Afghanistan in the T20 World Cup. Apart from that, he's not been performing in any other format. And yeah, तो सवाल है भाई, वो इसको अच्छा छुपा के रखे, इसको विकेट कीपर बना दिया बीच में, तो उसको बचा रहे, नो डाउट उसको लंबी रस्सी दे रहे, एंड आई रिस्पेक्ट दैट। बट इफ ही नॉट दैट गुड, एटलीस्ट ड्रॉप इन वन फॉर्मेट, डोंट गेट हिम इन ऑल द फॉर्मेट्स, राइट?
Yes, sir. And if after Rahul, all eyes will be on Pujara and Kohli, then that should happen because they are not performing but are questioned as the worst player in their team. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. The next will be Pujara is going to be the next target. That's what I said earlier. He's going to be the next target. If KL
Kohli ko
plays,
to it will take some more time because today Kohli was still like a very good inning from Kohli, 44 जो था. It was obviously people will not let that slide, right? And it will be talked about a lot.
44 नहीं
And
था, 30 कुछ था. अभी 30
44
था
था
नहीं?
bro.
नहीं यार.
44 था.
44 मतलब that's a top knock, bro. चेक करो फिर से. 44 कहाँ से था? पक्का? Am I forgetting?
Yeah, bro, 44 man. Why were 44 of 84? 100% याद था मेरे को.
44 मारा?
Yeah, he almost gonna get a 50, and that's what. तो मेरे हिसाब
He
से
looked good,
44 out
man.
of
He
80.
looked मगर यही
He
है
looked
देखो,
aggressive.
अभी इसके बाद इन लोग पे अगर नहीं मारे, पुजारा इज गोइंग टू बी द नेक्स्ट इन द फायरिंग लाइन, एंड देन उसके बाद कोई और आएगा फायरिंग लाइन में. सो it's always going to be a mess. There's always going to be politics. The thing is, the people who are selected in the 11, they have to perform. If they're not going to perform, then it's up to the management what kind of uh, approach they want to take. You want to do Lambi Rasi, then do it for everybody, not just KL Rahul. You do it for everybody. That's how it works.
If KL plays a match-winning knock in the fourth inning, then he is staying. No arguments, debate, done. I would still say that it's a very harsh thing on Shubman Gill. अगर उन्हें एक innings खेल रहे और आप उसको back कर ले रहे bases और मने, अब it will be a match-winning innings. Yes, I would understand the weightage it has. But he got 3 innings in this test match, and yeah, I mean, if he does it, it's good. But let's see. I mean, it's a big call. I still would debate it because Shuman has played hit a 200, 100, and whatnot. He's been banging the door loud. Taking it probably. 44 था Mustafa bhai, and I don't agree with Faiz. Virat needs to score. ये अच्छा is 44. I mean, in terms of the complexion of the pitch and in terms of the complexion of the pitch, right? I think वो हिसाब से अगर आप देखो that 44 look like 100, at least a 70, right? Because 84 बॉल सोक करके उन्हें बॉल को बुड्ढा करके दिया अक्षर और अश्विन को, right? अगर न वो भी एक आध 2 रन पे आउट हो जाता था, जडेजा would have faced a newer ball. What बनस्बत in
I'm not letting this slip. I'm not letting this. मैं जब बोला केएल राहुल के बारे में ऐसा, तुम मेरी धज्जियां उड़ा रहे थे. I'm not letting this slip, भाई. उन्हें 40 का कौन सा सेंचुरी मारना चाहिए. I'm not letting this old ball thing slip.
KL Rahul 21 and 77. 21 and 77.
मैं भी यही बोला था. उन्हें 70 बॉल खेला, पुराना करा बॉल मिडिल ऑर्डर के लिए. He played.
But Rohit Sharma was smashing, no? Rohit Sharma was smashing with him. या KL विराट कोहली के टाइम पे कौन खड़ा हुआ था भाई साथ में? पुजारा आउट हो गया, सब आउट हो गए थे.
I'm just not going to let it slip. This is too much. अगर KL Rahul score 1 run, it will be continued as match-winning innings by team management. गिल को खिलाना के लिए सचिन ने मना किया. नहीं यार, सचिन का नहीं है लेना देना. आई डोंट थिंक इसमें कुछ भी.
सचिन का तो लेना देना नहीं है, होपफुली.
Yeah, I don't think there is anything to do with Sachin Tendulkar. It's Shubman Gill has played Test cricket for India. He's been there. His average in Australia was really good, but at home he did struggle. I think in that England series and even the New Zealand series before, if I'm not mistaken, he struggled. Or after that, sorry. He's also had issues in Test cricket. It's not like he hasn't, but now on recency he's been in really good form. So that's why everybody's backing him, and fair enough. कोहली 100 भी मारेगा तब लोग बोलेंगे 200 मारना चाहिए था. That is the standards the man has set. Simple as that.
They,
Because he has the
yeah, I
level.
mean,
And he's done
it's
that.
just
Virat Kohli has how many seven double hundreds? Faiz? Around seven double
yeah,
hundreds. He's done
seven,
that. He's
seven.
converted. Like when he scored 100, he scored. Saw him live score a double hundred. That's the standard he has. Virat Kohli has those levels. So they're going to. People will have eyes on him. Thoughts on our spinners being tired in last session? 2 दिन से वहीं बैट भी कर रहे थे और बॉल भी कर रहे. I think that's a very good, valid point. I didn't really think of it, but that's a very good point because they're batting and
100%. They
bowling.
were gassed out. They were gassed out, man. Like Ashwin and Akshar तो खत्म हो गया था. I still think Jadeja could have. Yeah, कि Jadeja को काफी time मिला था to rest and stuff and get back. But yeah, Ashwin and Akshar Patel खत्म हो
But
गए थे.
again, yeah, like वो रहता, but at the same time, like you're professional. You've done all these fitness tests and everything. You want to be on top of it.
सिराज और शामी को ही दला लेते उसमें क्या हो रहा है यार like, सिराज शामी डाल लेते ना वो वही तो
Yeah, so I think like थोड़ा सा थकन तो रहता होगा, but like it's not going to. It shouldn't. You shouldn't have leaked that many runs. I think they should have bowled better. Jadeja in particular leaked quite a few runs as well. So that's not any excuse. He was so fresh, like Faz mentioned. So I don't think that's a big reason, but it's a valid point. Ki, yeah, they batted all day, and they will be tired for sure when they come out to bowl. So वैसा है.
इस साल दो
बोलिए.
इस साल दो आईसीसी टूर्नामेंट से डब्ल्यूटीसी का फाइनल खेलेगी इंडिया तो उम्मीद है लेकिन इट्स ऑल अबाउट द वर्ल्ड कप जब तक वो नहीं जीतेगा तो कोई भाई मेरे को तो डब्ल्यूटीसी की अभी से फट रही है वो बेसबॉल देखो वहाँ पे इंग्लैंड क्या कर रही है वहाँ पे और वो भी
इंग्लैंड
वो
नहीं
पे
रहेंगे.
हाँ मैं बोल रहा हूँ मैं लाइक अच्छा सॉरी मैं इंग्लैंड नहीं ना ऑस्ट्रेलिया ही है तो बट लाइक ऑस्ट्रेलिया इज मच
Australia,
हार्डर इन दोस Australia much harder in England to play. They swing the
yeah.
ball, start,
Australia, or
and
if they lose
there's a
4-0,
good
which I don't think is going to happen, then it might be Sri Lanka. But yeah, I think it'll be India, Australia. If India do qualify, then it'll be India, Australia.
And World Cup तो भाई बहुत दूर है उसका तो जब तक क्या इंजरी सिचुएशन है तक किसका फॉर्म कैसा रहता है वो सब पढ़ना पड़ेगा तो आई डोंट थिंक अभी वो इतनी आगे
भाई
सोचेंगे
वर्ल्ड
बढ़िया
कप इतना डिबेट रहेगा वर्ल्ड कप का स्क्वाड अनाउंसमेंट में. और अगर इंडिया हार गए गेम सब चढ़ने वाले हैं, बी क्रेजी. हैव यू गाइस सीन कमेंट्स बोलिंग फिंगर इज हाफ कट? इज इट बिकॉज ऑफ no, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I know, but that catch he took was spectacular, man. Outstanding. अरे मैं देखा वो फैज वो छोले भटूरे का जबरदस्त था. Someone came from inside the dressing room and told Virat Kohli he's like so excited. Yeah, he was excited about that. Without Pant, it looks impossible. Head इतनी तेज खेलेगा फट जाएगी. It's going to be extremely difficult to win this test match, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think your Aksar and Ashwin have kept you in the game. Now it's depending on the ball how much you can limit these guys. Under 200, then it's game on. If it's over 200, then it's going to be a mountain to climb. But never say never.
Oh, it's a big deal.
Australia win, all the doors will open for South Africa and Sri Lanka to make WTC final. Yeah, because if India don't win by a margin of 3-1 or 3-0, then these guys are in contention. वर्ल्ड कप का फॉर्म से क्या लेना देना? PICL पिछले सिलेक्शंस देख लो, कुछ नहीं फर्क पड़ेगा. फॉर्म का जिसको खिलाना होगा वो खिलाएंगे. पूरी टीम अभी सेलेक्ट होगी. फॉर्म क्या लेने. मगर अब देखो क्या हुआ था, याद है तुम्हारे को 2019 में Ambati Raidu was your number 4, right? For that year.
Yeah.
He played one really good innings against New Zealand, an outstanding innings, which saved you that match and you won that game. But apart from that, he didn't score anything. Okay? Vijay Shankar had a decent series against Australia, a decent IPL. Based on better form, they picked him. And they got slaughtered. Virat Kohli and Ravi Shastri. So that's what I'm saying. मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ आपको, जो भी होने वाला है, जो भी select होता नहीं होता, there's always going to be problems. And that's the pressure of playing for India. You have to understand, this Indian team will always have the most pressure. Yes, they'll have the most support, but जो pressure रहता है वो double रहता support से कभी-कभी, especially when you're not, in the thing. And अब तो India में है, the media will be surrounding you, every paparazzi will be surrounding you. There's going to be extreme pressure on this team. So it's about handling that. And there is going to be one guy who doesn't perform and you're going to say it's a bad selection. It always happens like that. Kaman Singer got stuck in door. Oh yeah. This was a long time ago. I think his sister, when he was a kid, his sister banged the door on his finger and it got cut. Yes, I know that. He said it in an interview as well, and I saw that as well. Yeah. Cut.
Yeah, but
India.
भाई तुम लोगों सुधीर भाई, तुम आधी रात को बैठ के लोगों की उंगलियां क्या देख रहे हो भैया? तुम उसकी उंगली टूटी,
नहीं,
कप्तान
ये
की उंगली नहीं।
स्टोरी चली थी इंटरव्यू में भी, बोल रहा था उन्हें बहुत पहले।
या
इंडिया
नहीं
बैट्समैन
नहीं,
रिवर्स
नीचे
स्वीप को
नीचे
नहीं
कपिल
मार।
की भी उंगली की बात कर रहे हो?
अच्छा, इंडिया बैट्समैन रिवर्स स्वीप को नहीं मारते, स्पिन को कट के लिए। आई थिंक दे डोंट टेक दैट रिस्क। बट हाँ, ऑस्ट्रेलियन ज्यादा यूज करते हैं। अब सूर्या खेलता स्वीप, रिवर्स स्वीप, मगर अगर व्हेन ही गेट्स आउट इट लुक्स अगली, सो मे बी इन इंडिया इन जनरल दे डोंट टेक दैट रिस्क। स्वीप भी उतना नहीं मारते जितने दूसरे टीम्स। आप देखो, द फॉरेन टीम्स विल प्ले वे मोर स्वीप्स देन इंडिया डू। कपिल हैज नो फिंगर्स इन हिज राइट फुट।
No,
साउथ अफ्रीका
he
रिटर्निंग
has fingers.
टू
He has fingers. What are you talking about? He has fingers. He just lost his big toe. That's it.
South Africa returning to Elgar and Markram opening combination for test. Guptill has no case, sir. आज सेंचुरी मारा भाई गप्टिल ने with 1 foot। भाई एक पैर नहीं, दोनों पैर है उनके, खाली एक टो का
पैर
इशू है।
पैर है, खाली एक उंगली नहीं है उसके पाँव की।
हाँ,
सुधीर
तो
भाई, उसको तो फाइज कर दिया, पाँव से कचरा बनाते रहे उसको लोग।
मैं एक हॉकी का बहुत बड़ा प्लेयर हूँ।
मेरी एक टांग निकली है।
मेरी एक टांग नकली है। um, Yeah, Fez, anything else you want to discuss? The South Africa 110 for 5 in 18.4. Oh, I think Australia got this, bro.
Yeah,
Looks
easy
difficult
man.
right now. Huh?
Yeah, it's easy for them. I mean, which Georgie Wareham 2 विकेट ले ली, वही देख रहा था मैं। बट आई मीन साउथ अफ्रीका कैसे निकलेंगे इसमें से? तो शबनम आपा कुछ करना पड़ेगा, शबनम आपा को आज।
They have to get to 130 somehow. I don't know how they're going to do that. Get to 130 and then the game can be on. No, Fez, my 3 fingers are gone.
एक पिक्चर की नाम याद नहीं आ रहा पिक्चर का, उसमें भी उसकी उंगलियां नहीं रहता। खैर छोड़ो, कितने उंगलियां 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 बात कर रहे हैं यार अपन। भैया आई
I,
मीन फॉर्चुनेट।
you can search on Google.
I
लेकिन
will do that.
yeah, लेकिन from India's point of view, from the World Cup, Women's World Cup point of view, they'll need to beat Ireland now convincingly, and hope that England win the rest of their
And
games.
I'm
And
actually scared, man, because Gabby Lewis, when you said she's performing very consistent, huh?
yeah, she's playing well, but I think India got this. It'll be a big shock if they don't win. I think I'm
And
confident.
Ireland did beat Australia in the warm up.
यहाँ से इंडिया मैच जीत गया तो ऑस्ट्रेलिया कमबैक मुश्किल है फिर। या आई एग्री, मगर फिर भी देखो, ऑस्ट्रेलिया कमबैक तो मुश्किल है, सीरीज तो नहीं जीत सकते अगर आज इंडिया जीत, ये मैच इंडिया जीत गया तो। लेकिन India need to be very alert, because this game, if they do win, it's going to be like a miraculous victory. Like, you're coming from behind and winning, it's going to be crazy. But then if you can't still afford to slip up, you still need to win by 3-0 or 3-1 or 4-0. So you have to be careful. World Cup Australia को दो, और बाकियों को बोलो आप खेल लो, जो जीता वो फाइनल का रनर अप घोषित किया जाए, और ऑस्ट्रेलिया को वर्ल्ड कप देके अभी भेज दो। आई मीन बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग टीम तो है। एक तो ऋतिक रोशन से लेना
Sudhir bhai likes dark comedy, huh?
हरमनप्रीत को स्कोर करना पड़ेगा। I mean,
क्या?
last game she showed the signs of form. She batted really well, but today we didn't see that. And yeah, I think captain's knock is incoming. We need that. Smithy as well. You noticed with Smriti Mandana Fez, after the power play थोड़ा slow हो जाती है उन्हें, like she starts really well in the power play, then थोड़ा सा and she's actually worked on that type of part of the game. She's improved on it, but I think she still needs to go a bit more in terms of levels in T20 cricket. Just continue to look to accelerate after you got that start. अब
I think
ऑस्ट्रेलिया
वही
जीत
है,
गई।
maybe थोड़ा hesitation भी था after injury, just not to do anything or excessive exertion नहीं करने के हिसाब से maybe. But yeah, there is a problem
Yeah,
there,
she has
and
an injury. I agree. Yeah, that's true. Yep, ऑस्ट्रेलिया जीत गया तो they will look to take the series, and that is why सब बोल रहे
100%.
थे भाई ये कौन सी टीम है ऑस्ट्रेलिया की, ये वो। और मैं और फैज ये जब से बोल रहे हैं कि भाई एक इंडिया भी हार के तो परेशानी हो जाएंगी, so you need to continue to win, you have to continue to dominate them. You give them a sniff, it's going to cause you problems with the test championship on the
And
line,
if you
and
look
that's
at the Australian team's mentality from Nagpur to now, it's become more like mature हो गया in terms of Nagpur जैसा थे, फट फट के खेल रहे थे, You don't see that right now in Delhi. In
Well,
the second
uh,
innings, even in the first innings, Australia looked like more of a believable side. कि हाँ भाई, yeah, we can play cricket. In Nagpur, they look lost, but in Delhi, they're finding their way back.
well, that's what it is, right? They're getting used to conditions. They're understanding it. That psychological fear, it's gotten away with. Like, they've lost the first.
Yeah,
We're forgetting India got all out for what, 36 in
36.
Adelaide. That was way worse than what happened in Nagpur. Way worse. So, like, if they can win a series from there, Australia are in it, man. Looks like South Africa will have to beat Bangladesh convincingly and hope New Zealand beat Sri Lanka if they are to make the semi-final of the Women's World
Yeah,
Cup,
yeah.
unless they beat Australia today. And
The
Shabnama
captain
Baza.
is still there. The captain is still there, but I don't think there's lots of time left. हो
Uh,
गया almost. 122 पे है. तो
competitive score, competitive. It's not bad. 120 aa
123,
gaya.
123 last ball.
Yeah, I mean, against this Australian team, it's not enough, but you can compete. इंग्लैंड ओडीआई लाइन ये है तो वर्ल्ड कप में रॉय जॉनी हेल्स रूट बेन जॉस अली बैटिंग लाइन तो द थिंग इज बेन स्टोक्स आएगा वापस पता नहीं इफ ही इज गोइंग टू बी coming back to he's retired from one day cricket. दिल्ली भी वैसा इंडिया का क्या है more than 30 years इंडिया भी नहीं हारा उधर टेस्ट कहीं टूटा है गावा के घमंड का बदला टूटा है दिल्ली का घमंड ना कर दे हो सकता है अभी तो दिख रहा कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया आर इन द ड्राइवर सीट भाई अब अहमदाबाद मैच देखने जाना का मतलब ही नहीं है इस 4-0 the Indian women need to understand whom to keep on strike in current situations. Today, they repeated the same mistake by Ghosh and non-striker and in 19th over run for going for second run. Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
We discussed this as well. That I said that Deepti Sharma, first of all, not only she lose the wicket, she messed up like going to the other end. But look, what I was telling Faiz also is that this England and Australia team are superior. So you have to be at your the level best to beat them, and your team is not as good as theirs, not as balanced as theirs, not as experienced as theirs. So it's going to be a learning curve. It's good at least it happened in the group stages and not in the semifinals, finals. You can take this as a learning experience, and now like the potential of Richa Ghosh, and I think these kind of situations hopefully will help you going on. And they also have to understand that once you have the team 20 for 3, you need to be cutthroat. You can't let them back in and let them score 150, 160 on a slow pitch. You're the one who's going to bat second. It's going to be difficult for you.
Yeah, 100%. Also, Australia played on only 74 and we played 83.
Played how many more overs?
देखना
9 more overs.
इस
अभी तो लाबुशन और स्मिथ
शांत नहीं शांत नहीं है उनकी फटी हुई है खुली बात लाइक they are not able to understand the condition. अब स्मिथ looked good in the first match के second innings में थोड़ा बहुत but फिर अभी second match में फिर आके उन्होंने out हो गए to that slider. Labuschagne आज अच्छा दिख रहा था. He was looking a little bit more believe in his mindset as each innings में उन्हें कुछ तो भी different ला रहा. But Travis Head से डर है मेरे को सबसे ज्यादा. Travis Head looks like he knows these conditions like the back of his hand or something.
He's playing exceptionally well. I think it's helped him that he opened the batting. He's playing fast bowling from one end and spin from the other, but he's playing spin fine as well. I think the way he handled Ashwin was very good today, and I was very impressed.
It's only about a matter of saying that if it was due to the tiredness of Ashwin and Aksar that they
Look,
were not
also
able to
in the
get.
first session is going to be when bowling will be good. Like there'll be moisture on the in the pitch, and you'll have that newish ball right now. So this is where India need to strike, and they need to get
Yeah,
Australia
ब्रॉड की bowling
collapse.
फायर है भाई वाकई बहुत फायर थी मैं बोला भी था हाइलाइट्स देखो भाई नेक्स्ट लेवल बोल्ड that guy's next level man.
ये एंडरसन क्या पांड्या के सन के साथ भी खेलेगा क्या bro next level. I mean he's what 41 he's going to be this year. Unbelievable. I know he's playing only one format, but that is incredible for a fast bowler, man. No matter who you are, no matter what you're doing for to be bowling at this level and winning test matches for your team, picking up wickets consistently, I mean outstanding. And especially that effort he put in Fez in Pakistan on that road. Where does he get that motivation from? Like, you're playing so much. He didn't need to play that series. Like, he's just taken it light. He's not even resting. He's playing every series. He wants to play. He wants to take every challenge head on. And he said that Pakistan, that first test match, he said that was one of my favorite test wins ever. That first one.
I think with the temperament as English, like the English test bowler, English player in general, the temperament is very different. management and mindset is so solid. Like, they're mentally strong, right? And I mean, age आजकल age is just a number. जो बोलते हैं वो बिल्कुल right है, because अगर आप अपने आप को fit रखो and you keep your rhythm and balance, and you do your due diligence. This is why protein and gym is important for people in the chat. Ashish. But yeah, I mean, if you do it, your work, you put the work in, and you will be able to play long.
स्मिथ तो आइलैंड बॉर्डर की वजह से खेल नहीं पा रहा है. आइलैंड बॉर्डर कुछ बोल दिया क्या? Elimination chamber tonight, Montreal. I'm going. Oh, you're going? Crazy, man. Enjoy. That'll be a lot of fun. I think it's long weekend there, right, in Canada. So enjoy. That should be a lot of fun. Bro, Fez, you saw, the Miz, the wrestler.
Yeah, Miss Wiz.
You saw what he did in the All-Star game. Made a clutch three-pointer, man, yesterday.
Yeah, wasn't Ranveer Singh also in that game?
Yeah, Ranveer Singh was also there.
I don't know how they're taking this guy, man.
For the gram, baby. He draws in a lot of people like us. बड़े देखो Bollywood है, देखो we clickbait, baby. न्यूजीलैंड को क्या हो गया टेस्ट में भाई? उनके काफी खिलाड़ी भी नहीं खेल रहे हैं बॉलर्स वाइज. वो उनको थोड़ा सा इशू हो रहा है. बैटिंग वाइज भी they're under pressure now. Baseball is surprised, caught them by surprise. Maybe they didn't expect this to happen in these conditions. Another factor is their bowling is weakened. So yeah, let's see. Hopefully they can come back. And this goes to show, like, that they almost won that series in Pakistan, even though New Zealand don't look that convincing in test matches.
Yeah. I mean, ये सीरीज में तो भी बोल सकते थे अच्छे खासी स्क्वाड खेल रही है. Williamson, Southee is back, Tickner, Wagner are there. So I mean, I think they're missing a spinner. That's it. I feel like they don't have a lot of good
okay,
spinners.
भाई bowlers में और है, और फर्गसन नहीं खेल रहा, जेमिसन नहीं खेल रहा, और
जेमिसन तो इंजर्ड ही से, डफी नहीं खेल रहा.
बैटिंग के साथ भी आपको प्रोवाइड कर सकता. और कौन है? The rare players. Trent Bolt is not there. He's like,
उसका तो contract issue है यार.
He's almost always there. So like they're trying to adapt life without him, which is difficult.
I'm
and
just
Lions
lying.
just being fake news. Just like Ben Stokes didn't do anything in cricket or RCB winning trophy. Huh?
You know if what? Okay, समझ गया. He's just saying he's not going to. I think he's not going to the elimination chamber. He's making up stuff.
Oh, I got the reference now. Did you see there was a West Indies player who played club cricket in England till the age of 85, retired this year with 7,000 career wickets? His name is Cecil Wright. He was a pace bowler. I have no clue about this, man. Thank you for letting me know. I'll Google it. That's crazy, man. 85 pe. That's giving me motivation. Still have another 50 odd years.
85. Damn, man.
That's crazy.
But we never heard his name. I never heard his name in my life. कहीं ना कहीं तो उसका रिकॉर्ड आएगा है ना सर. क्लब क्रिकेट, ओके, क्लब क्रिकेट, अच्छा ठीक है. वो वैसे इंटरनेशनल सीन पर आता तो it would have been different, like, but 85 years in any kind of cricketing format is something else, man.
One of my dreams is to play in England, man. Just like a club game like that. Just go and उसमें उन लोग के पास even in club matches they have like tea and everything. Like, you know how we play like HCCL, Shore and stuff. In their club cricket they have like proper tea and this and that. It's like crazy. They have pavilions. So it's really nice. Cricket अब बोर कर रहा है. Only 4 teams in test क्लासिक क्रिकेट खेलती है. ओडीआई में भी 4-5 है. नो डाउट ऑन अ गिवन डे कोई भी हरा दे किसी को, लेकिन पावर हाउसेस है और आईसीसी साला हर साल आईसीसी टूर्नामेंट कराई है. अब देखो, like because there's so much cricket, not every tournament, not every series is going to be entertaining, but you still have, every year some crazy matches. Whether it was a T20 World Cup last year, that India-Pakistan game, that was incredible. Before that we had the Gabba thing. We had Ben Stokes at Leeds, I think, versus Australia. You'll always have once in a while some crazy games. So yeah, because there's so much cricket, not every game is going to be crazy. ये बेसबॉल रूट को बर्बाद कर देगी को क्या रिकॉर्ड तो है, मगर यही है भाई. ही इज नॉट लुकिंग एट इंडिविजुअल रिकॉर्ड्स. उसको देखना है कि भाई ही इज बॉट इनटू दिस आइडिया एंड ही इज गोइंग फॉर इट. आज 50 तो मार दिया उन्हें. आई नो, लाइक इफ ही डिडंट प्ले द शॉट सेंचुरी भी मार देता था, बट ही इज प्लेइंग टू द कैप्टन्स ऑर्डर्स, which is to keep attacking, play fancy stuff, and it's crazy for a cricketer like that. He's such a proper technical player, Joe Root. And he's changed his game just to stay in this team, fit in the zone. And because also, Faiz, do you think it's because उसको T20 वनडे से तो उड़ा दिए, Do you think is that they start looking for attacking players if Root starts playing tuk tuk? Maybe, but
Yeah, I mean, it could be that also, but also just the fact that, yeah, like you said, he wants to just fit in somewhere. And he did go to ILT20 also. He tried his hands there also. And I mean, he's trying everything, but I think right now, this Test cricket, I don't think he's replaceable, even if he plays technically. But yeah, I mean, he is bought into idea 100%. He understood कि भाई 10,000 रन है already मेरे उससे ज़्यादा क्या ही करेंगे. That I don't know what his age is, and yeah, I mean, if he's playing like this and getting quicker 50s and quicker 50s and 100s, then why not?
yeah. Uh, do you see the series being an end for Warner or a warning sign? The guy has not been in good touch apart from the 200 he scored. I
It
mean,
does
that
look like a warning
eventually might
sign.
be a warning sign for me that I don't know because that looks serious.
What, the
That
hairline
could be
fracture?
that could be his end of his test career. No, yeah, उसको जो अभी concussion जो भी क्या हुआ उसको अभी
Elbow में hairline fracture आया 6 weeks to heal
elbow
है.
में yeah, but that is going to be for me
No,
like
but I do see this as like what Ashish is saying. I agree with him because Warner has not been the same in Test cricket. He looks very shaky. He doesn't look confident anymore. I mean, 200 Mara South Africa में, but even that South Africa side was also very like
no,
okay
that's some
okay
good
team.
bowling though.
Their
Lekin,
bowling
but
is
the thing is,
amazing, but yeah.
Warner's never performed in India in Test cricket. Like I don't remember him performing in India. The
But I
thing is,
just don't
he
think
doesn't have.
I just don't think he has it in him to do three formats now. Maybe he should just drop off
Yeah, he
completely.
doesn't. He's what 35 now. I don't think like it is almost towards the end of his career. So I don't think he has much time left. But in India, I've been surprised with the way he's performed in Test cricket. I felt he should have had a better record. Last
Mhm.
IPL for Dhoni also home away matches मिल गए.
Yeah,
So
Paji can't wait.
yeah,
Mohali or Dharamshala to which?
and according to our source, which is Ibrahim right now, is that Paladega system. Now, the
Mm-hmm.
people in the group, you're only going to play once. I don't understand why the hell they did that, but in your group, you're going to play once, and the other group, you're going to play twice. So we only play Punjab, Chennai, RCB once. We're going to play Mumbai twice. That's a trip to the Wankhede. Pack your bags, baby.
Mumbai and Rajasthan and all the LSG अम्मा खेल रहा हो तो दोबारा देखना मैं.
नहीं, वहां पे
But
मार
yeah,
देना सेंचुरी सब गुस्से में आ जाएंगे हैदराबाद में आईसीसी को एक सीरीज होती है तो ट्राई सीरीज करनी चाहिए एक छोटी टीम को डालना चाहिए ऑस्ट्रेलिया एंड इंडिया एक आयरलैंड वन डेज में T20s में मैं भी एग्री करता हूँ भाई we grew up on try series it makes it more competitive and fun as well Gavaskar was saying in commentary that it's not fair to give a player a substitute just because he cannot play a short ball and gets hit on the head.
yeah,
Bro,
sure.
Steve Smith to play the short ball, he got smashed on the head. Like, it's not that. I don't know why I don't know why he said that, but the concussions thing is serious. Like, I think you should have a concussion substitute. Like, it's fine. Like,
Sunny Paji is just saying it because he never used to wear a helmet himself. So
but
yeah,
actually, I just replayed what he said. He's talking about they shouldn't have a substitute. Like, what are your thoughts
substitute.
on that? Actually, do you think it should be if you're injured, we should have a substitute?
No, no, 100% substitute, man. Agar humanity calls and, I mean, chalo, take it, it will be an advantage, but how are you going to take an advantage on someone who's injured? Right? So you rather just play the sub. And they didn't allow Renshaw to bowl. He said they're not allowed to bowl, but he's going to be allowed to bat.
Yeah, fair enough. Like that's all. वो याद है क्या हुआ था जडेजा चहल का जडेजा को सर पे लगा था इन
छापे लगा
ऑस्ट्रेलिया
था.
कंकशन सब्स्टिट्यूट चहल को लेके आए उन्हें बैटिंग कर रहा था चहल को लेके चहल आके विकेटा
मारा.
विकेटा ले लिया दैट वाज एंड पीपल हैड अ प्रॉब्लम विद दैट बट आई गेस स्पिनर टू स्पिनर कर दिया उन लोग सो दे अलाउड इट पंजाब जीतेगा प्लीज इस साल भाई पंजाब का बेस्ट मौका लास्ट ईयर था बेस्ट ये साल भी जीत सकते हैं मगर और टाइट रहेगा बिकॉज धोनी का लास्ट ईयर है ठीक है
बेन
मुंबई
स्टोक्स आ
इंडियंस
गया.
अगर आर्चर और बुमराह फिट है मुंबई इंडियंस तगड़ी होने वाली है विराट कोहली भूखा है कब से 12 साल हो गए देन यू हैव
अच्छा, भूखा है? अभी भी भूखा है.
he hasn't won a trophy man he
Yeah,
has not
yeah,
won
yeah.
any trophy except for the 50 over world cup right
Yeah, he
and
didn't have
champions
a
trophy
T20.
champions
He
trophy
didn't
he's won a
have
champions
champions.
trophy yeah so
You
he has
need
2 trophies yeah he was hungry man when was the last time he won a trophy in 2013 it's been 10 years bro आपके स्वागत हम बटर चिकन के साथ करेंगे नीड टू इग्नाइट द आईपीएल राइवलरी
yeah,
राहुल से
maybe.
अच्छा अभी राहुल द्रविड़ खेल सकता है 100% मगर अब राहुल द्रविड़ की वजह से तो खेल रहा है उन्हें एक्चुअली ही वाज सेइंग देयर शुड बी सब्स्टिट्यूट इवन इन केस ऑफ फ्रैक्चर नॉट ओनली ड्यू टू कंकशन
Okay, so you were in favor of it. Okay, fine.
he was in favor of it I mean, yeah, like fracture, मतलब हाथ टूट गया तो फिर you should have a substitute for that.
नहीं तो कचरा कैसे खेलना पड़ेगा।
मैं
बढ़िया
अरे
है।
फैज और 1 घंटा लाइव है आप लोगों के साथ कमेंट्स और क्वेश्चंस आप भेजते रहो फैज को लगातार कमेंट भेजते रहो अंडर 19 वर्ल्ड कप 50 ओवर चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी नीड अ ट्रॉफी इन द कोहली कैबिनेट yeah look the thing is champion Virat Kohli is I think he needs for him he wants a World Cup where uh, I mean an IPL trophy and the 50 over World Cup. Ideally, the T20 is something he was probably targeting, but I think 50 over and World Test Championship and IPL trophy, these three things he needs, I think. And him
नेक्स्ट
winning,
ईयर
huh?
बोलो बोलो।
No, and him playing a major contribution to that, I think, will give him more satisfaction. But I think trophies or trophy, he'll want more trophies. For him to end just with 3 trophies, I think वो नाइंसाफी है. वो भी एक अंडर
नेक्स्ट ईयर
19
नेक्स्ट ईयर पांड्या जिता देगा ब्रो,
क्या
T20 वर्ल्ड कप।
नेक्स्ट ईयर पांड्या जिता देगा इस साल जिताने दो यार पहले पांड्या को 50
इस
ओवर
साल
वर्ल्ड
तो
कप
इस साल पहले डाइनिंग हॉल ना दिखा देना भाई बस। डाइनिंग हॉल दिखा दो पहले रोहित भाई को। और आईपीएल में कैसा खेलता होगा यार वो, 2 महीने पूरे जा जाके हॉलां दिख लेके आराम से डाल।
Uh, yeah, like does India get for the squad they get extra like a couple of players because they're the home team? No, it's not like that, right?
आई डोंट नो फॉर व्हाट एक्स्ट्रा प्लेयर्स। अरे मैं
That's what
बायरन
I
बन जाऊंगा, मेरे ये लिप्स थोड़े फटे हुए हैं तो लाइक दैट्स व्हाई आई एम नॉट एक्साइटेड।
That's
सचिन को
very
like,
upset. That's very upset. Either he's tired or he's upset that today was not a good day for us in terms of
no, it's
anything
just my
else.
these lips like they're torn, so I can't। इससे
वो
मैं
the
यूं यूं
tone.
करते जा रहा
तुम क्या कर ले रहे लिप्स
हूँ।
के साथ वो उन्होंने हटा दिया हेड को ओपनिंग दिल्ली में फेयरवेल क्या मतलब
वार्नर हटा दिया है, हेड हेड को ओपनिंग दिल्ली में फेयरवेल मैच दे दिया है। कई किसको फेयरवेल मैच दे दिया, ट्रैविस हेड को,
आई थिंक
वार्नर का।
वन
अच्छा
आई
वार्नर
थिंक
को
they
लास्ट
did
मैच बोल
because
दिया
it's
क्या।
easier you play the five opposite teams 2 times which is 10 matches and your group acha 4 teams because of the calculation okay I understand that but it's just weird still like but I understand that's why
अरे हु इज गोट ऑफ क्रिकेट, प्रॉपर क्रिकेटर, नॉट एल 1 2 3 जैसे फुटबॉल में मेसी वर्सेस रोनाल्डो है, वैसा हु इज द गोट इन करंट एरा।
ये सवाल में मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा गोट मतलब ग्रेटेस्ट ऑफ ऑल टाइम अब करंट एरा मतलब यही टाइम बोल रहे हैं मगर सवाल अब आपका थोड़ा चेंज करके मैं बोलूंगा हु इज द बेस्ट प्लेयर इन द करंट एरा बिकॉज गोट मींस ग्रेटेस्ट ऑफ ऑल टाइम देन मींस एवरीबॉडी इंक्लूडेड इट्स ऑल फेयर गेम play ball with the grass on the pitch who is the best cricketer Faiz in the current era
करंट एरा इन ऑल फॉर्मेट्स और जस्ट वन फॉर्मेट्स।
अच्छा भाई गुन्नू पति आप थोड़ा रिफ्रेश करके स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन पूछो फिर फैज जवाब देंगे मैं भी दे दूंगा देयर इज समथिंग दैट इज ऑफ अबाउट पांड्या's captaincy I'm not just able to figure it out yet I also
Let's figure out KL Rahul first, then we'll move on to Pandya. Let's take
isn't this
one
team
at a time.
selected for the first 2 tests yes it is
Yes, sir. It is the first two tests selected.
yeah that's why अगर इन्हें नहीं परफॉर्म करा सेकंड इनिंग्स में he's going he might still be in the
Yes,
squad but he's not going to be in the team Ben Stokes हो सकता है गोट
हो सकता है, वो तो एक जने के लिए तो है ही गोट।
गोट नहीं he's the best player in the current era for me yeah Ben Stokes
प्लेयर।
hmm. मेरे लिए just like
I would
doesn't
say
mean he is
I would say he's the best clutch player, 100%.
you could go
He's
Virat Kohli. I mean, he's one of the best players.
but
Um,
trophies are not backing Virat Kohli.
yeah, but it's up to you how you want to look at it. Like I look at it, just he's crazy, bro. Ben
मतलब
Stokes.
आ गया सेकंड क्वेश्चन पेपर आ गया। रुको, सेकंड क्वेश्चन पेपर का सेट ए, सेट बी, सेट सी। मतलब सचिन को इंक्लूड ना करो, उसको शायद के छोड़ के किसी और को इतने इजी तो से सचिन को 100 सेंचुरीज। देखो सचिन के 100 सेंचुरीज भी इजी नहीं आए थे। इन ऑल फॉर्मेट हु इज द गोट, क्योंकि सचिन T20 नहीं खेला। हाँ, so basically after Sachin Tendulkar's era, where you had 3 formats, this is what I'm picking up on Gunnu Pal is asking you. After Sachin Tendulkar's era, Test, ODI and T20 format सबको मिला के who do you think is the GOAT?
There's no right answer in this. I can give you three answers, but there's no right answer. It's up to you
Okay,
how you.
give it to me format wise.
No, dude, all three, like who you think is the. He's saying T20 one day or test. Abhi modern era, matlab since T20 started. Sachin didn't play that
Exactly.
many T20s. So 2000 आप
Exactly.
2007 से लेके 23 तक पकड़ लो. कौन है आपके लिए?
पकड़ लो, पकड़ लो. Okay.
अब देखो अगर like if you just look at individual player आप पूछ रहे हैं, you can give a different answer. If you're talking about things, there's no right answer. It's up to you. It's up to you who you want, who you think there is.
Yeah.
My favorite is Ben Stokes, but I think the best in all three formats in the like if you taking also from the 2007 to 23 period, I will only tell you
MSD
after first
baby.
answer. Huh?
MSD.
No,
MSD for me.
no. AB de Villiers.
AB still didn't win anything.
No, but that's the thing. Like how if you're counting that, then I'll change it to Ben Stokes. Or if you're counting a thing, but that's the thing. If he's just saying player, AB de Villiers, every format he's conquered. Yeah, he hasn't won anything. But just if I'm looking at him as a player, I don't like the guy. I'm not a big fan of. I'm sorry, I don't mean I don't like him. I'm not a big fan of AB de Villiers.
Mm-hmm.
But he's the best player in all three formats for me.
All right,
Bro,
makes
the
sense.
guy, because first, rank turner in Nagpur, I saw him play 100 and like 20, 30 balls, scored a 30. Saw him score 100 like in 30 balls itself. I've seen him in
Mhm.
different phases. He's done incredible things, man. He's done incredible. I think all
He's done
formats.
incredible things 100%, but he still couldn't get South Africa to glory. So, I mean, for me, it's like
But but
he's.
but that's your perspective. I'm just looking at from individual talent wise, individual performances. He's been great. But that
Yeah.
if for
I mean,
you
they go
then
for a goat or for like the best player to be classified as the best player. Is it just individual stats or is it a collective?
that's
Uh,
your perspective. That's your
no, I'm
perspective.
just asking. I'm asking your perspective.
That's
I'm
how you
asking.
want to put your argument. Like
But
me,
that's
I'm
what
putting
I'm
argument.
asking you. I'm asking
Well,
you how do
for
you.
me, the question was, who do you think is the best player on all formats? Right? He's not asking who's the most successful player or who is a champion player. He's asking who is the best player in all three formats. The best player that I've seen in all three formats to conquer all three formats, perform consistently in all three performances, AB de Villiers. He's not a champion player, but he's the best player. The champion in the sense that he hasn't won the trophy, but like I've not seen individual ability. I've
In
not seen a
all
player
the
like.
three formats being able to be what he's done. Yeah,
Yeah,
100% I
he's
agree
been
with you.
incredible. He's been incredible, and Virat Kohli has also done really good. I'm not going to take that. MS Dhoni, I don't think so because Test mein wasn't that thing in captaincy. I don't think he was that good in captaincy in Test cricket.
Everything falls in place for this guy. For me, MS Dhoni, yeah, he's number one, man. It's like too good. But in terms of captaincy, but again, Dhoni doesn't have that many
Battered bro
tests.
in England and Australia. Everyone
Yeah.
forgets. He got smashed, bro. Akash Chopra is the best. Uh, for me, MSD because he won all trophies, also Champions League. Fair enough. Magra ho sakta hai goat. मगर
Bowling wise,
T20
and
I
prior to
don't
that, yeah,
I don't think कोई trophy है जो MSD ने जीता from ICC match to IPL. Yeah, I don't think so.
ICC match nahi jita, right? Yeah.
No, he's won the match.
The test match
Yeah, they were number one ranking.
ranking, like the final wise, he didn't play, no? I mean,
There was
WTC
no
final.
WTC at his time.
Yeah. Hmm.
He's won everything like that. मगर वही है
Other
आप बोल रहे ट्रॉफीज के हिसाब से तो ठीक है दैट्स जस्ट कंप्लीटली फाइन मगर अब मैं आई एम लुकिंग एट
Another
इंडिविजुअल
another player individually like, actually who goes very underrated is like I think Kane Williamson. Just format wise, he plays in every format. He's sublime.
जॉक कालिस ही इज इनक्रेडिबल
Jack, Jack Carlson's a beast.
I mean would you he's won IPL right for KKR is he I don't think
Well,
कोई trophy
he went
क्या
he
बोले
went from KKR to RCB, right?
he went from RCB to KKR उल्टा KPB
Then
है
he must have won. Then he must have won.
बहुत
KPB
जबरदस्त
है,
player यार Kevin Peterson was
Flintoff
incredible
भी है.
well KP had levels to his game he was incredible man he was so good he was really good as well yeah KP मतलब all formats oof, class player बट ये भी मैं देखा ही नहीं भाई ऐसा प्लेयर जो लाइक 20 रन मार रहा 200 बॉल में फिर उसके बाद
चलो
20
फॉर्मेट
बॉल्स
वाइज ही बता दो कते.
बताइए सर.
हम्म इंटरेस्टिंग. चलो, फोर सोचना पड़ेगा यार मेरे को. तो मैं भाई एफपीएल की टीम में 2 दिन लगाता हूँ बनाने, तो ये तो ऑब्वियस सी बात है.
Yeah, but it's perspective. Like, doesn't matter. There's everybody's thing. Nihal
Oh,
or Kane
it's
Williamson.
done. The argument is done, bro. Nihal
And see,
has
that's a
said.
surprising call, man. I didn't think you would say
I
that.
told you. I
T20
told you
2000.
Kane Williamson.
What? I mean,
I
if
said
for
Kane
him,
in all formats. For him, I think, yeah.
for me, MC, AB, what about AB, man? No choker बोल देंगे MC, मालूम है मेरे को. T20 कप जिताया था 2010 में केविन पीटरसन, एंड उन्हें इंडिया में रैंक टर्नर्स पे जिताया टेस्ट सीरीज. वहां जाके ऑस्ट्रेलिया एशेज जीता. 2005 में एशेज जीता. He's done crazy bits, man. Kevin Peterson, he is incredible, bro. He was a very good player as well. Yeah, I agree. और फॉर्मेट आप बता दीजिए जल्दी जल्दी, पर हैव कर देंगे.
मैं सोच के कल बोलूंगा, मैं अभी नहीं सोच सकता अब.
क्योंकि भाई एक तो ट्रॉफी जीता है बंदा, तो एक भी नहीं जीता. हाँ, मगर आप पूछे मुझे प्लेयर कौन है लाइक बेस्ट, वैसा अब ट्रॉफी अगर
मुस्तफा का देखने
मेरे
का
जब
नजरिया.
अगर मेसी नहीं जीता वर्ल्ड कप, you would not consider him as the greatest greatest of your time. I considered him before he won the World Cup the greatest thing. So it depends on how you look at it. If you don't consider, then yeah, that's fine. What do you guys see tomorrow, India versus Australia? I see that Australia will post a score between 180 and 240, and India will be maybe 45 for 2 at stumps.
Good vision, bro.
This is
Good
just, I'm
vision.
just, he asked a question and answer. I don't know if it's going to be right. Who will take a fiver today? I feel Aksar.
Fiber. I think Ashwin again, man. Ashwin will do something crazy. But I still think like it'll come towards the end, like something else. I still think Travis had hundreds on the cards.
मेसी के पास 30+ ट्रॉफीज थी. हाँ, मगर वर्ल्ड कप नहीं था, तो लोग बोल रहे थे गोट नहीं है वो. और रोनाल्डो के पास भी तो वही तो था, राइट? उसको वर्ल्ड कप जिताए तो फिर गोट बोल दिया. बट ही वाज लाइक, व्हेन यू सी हिम, ही इज जस्ट आउटस्टैंडिंग. पॉन्टिंग, ही वन एवरीथिंग इन हिज टाइम. ओनली T20 and IPL missing. Ricky Ponting.
Lot of things, huh?
वैसा तो श्रीशांत is GOAT of Indian cricket, bro. He played 2 finals and won 2 finals, bro. And he was not supposed to play that final, India-Sri Lanka. If you remember, Ashish Nehra got injured against Pakistan in 2011, and then he got called up last minute, and he still won the World Cup.
There was a very big contribution from him in that match.
What about the contribution in the T20 World Cup final?
Misbah Haq.
Srishant. If he doesn't take that catch, you don't win the World Cup. I see Australia reaching 250 at least. It's a possibility the way they started. Like, and I still feel that in the beginning, the first session, there's going to be a bit of moisture. It'll be a bit tricky to bat on, and that's where India can strike. And you have to strike while the iron's hot. You take 2, 3, 4 wickets, and you put Australia on pressure, and you have to enforce a collapse. If you don't do that, if they get to 250, then it's going to be an uphill battle for India. That's what I feel. Let's wrap it up. I think Faiz is about to sleep, so let's wrap it up. And I will catch you tomorrow, Faiz, after the test match. For keeping you awake. I promised we'll do a half an hour session. It's been 1.5 hours. So thank you for your time. Thank you everybody for asking so many questions and comments. Make sure you like and subscribe. हम लोग कल आप लोगों के साथ जुड़ेंगे टेस्ट मैच के बाद, and we'll discuss that. आज 2 शोज हो गए थे बिकॉज वुमेन्स का भी डिस्कस करना था, तो वो भी डिस्कशन हो गया. उसमें तो आधा घंटा और केएल राहुल के बारे में फिर से मैं और फैज की आर्ग्यूमेंट चली, बट that's the fun part of the show. Until next time, take care guys and have a good night.